We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of Baseball on the Show. Coming up, we've got a good matchup in store between the Milwaukee Brewers and the Pittsburgh Pirates. Christian Yelich, one of the league's most prolific power hitters, continues his hunt for a home run crown. Next. Brandon Waddell starts the game on the mound for the third and final game of the series. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, you always like to begin the season on a good note. In his first start of the year, he did just that, picking up the win. There's nothing he'd like to do more than to get number 2 in this one here.
Now in the box, Lorenzo Cain. And we are set for baseball here this evening.
The center fielder, Lorenzo Cain.
First pitch coming. Here it is. And it's fouled away.
First pitch, 7:05.
The windup and the 0-1. Swung on and missed. He didn't even come close to contact on a ball way out of the zone. 1 out. Didn't mess around much in that at-bat, Dan.
No, that was pretty impressive, Matt. I really like a pitcher that trusts and works off his fastball. And right there, he decided he didn't need to use anything else. 3 straight heaters and go grab some bench.
Here's Brock Holt now. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1. Dero, Dan, we look at this Pirates ball club as they enter play here tonight. They come in riding a 5-game winning streak, and they've really got things clicking.
Yeah, Matty, this team's coming together right now. They're playing dangerous baseball. You can tell the look in their eye. They feel good about where they're at. They've won a few games in a row, and they look to continue that trend today.
And the fastball hitting 93 on the gun. It's 1-1. Temperature here at the park tonight, a comfy 72 degrees at first pitch. 1 out, nobody on. Maybe a favorable call there, taken for a strike. The 1-2 is a fastball that misses, and set up working the plate is Matthew Ross as you see the rest of the umpiring crew there.
Well, Dero, you better be ready to swing. With Matt Ross behind the dish, big zone.
Yeah, you know coming into this one you better pull the trigger. If something's close, Matt Ross is going to punch your ticket.
A fastball here, and this is softly hit and fouled off to the left. Ready with another 2-2.
No pitcher likes to take the count to 3-2, especially when you throw a non-competitive pitch like that on 2-2. That one wasn't even close.
Now the payoff pitch home is swung on and missed. He got him.
One thing to know is not all strikeouts are created equal. Right there, he goes down on strikes, but he really made that guy on the mound work for it. And when you're doing that in the first inning, it can have an effect on how deep he's going to be able to go into this start. There's a big difference between that and going down on 3 or 4 pitches.
And here's Christian Yelich now.
That's a ball.
A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball one. 1-0. Two out, nobody on. That misses. 2-0.
Hey, you want to talk about being in a zone? This guy's been raking lately, and it all starts with his pitch selection. Two great takes, and he's almost daring the pitcher just go ahead and challenge him.
The 2-0 on the way.
Hey.
Hey, it looks like this guy's going to. Work in the upper part of the strike zone. It'll be interesting to see if this lineup can adjust to the way he pitches.
And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
2 balls, 2
Bases
strikes.
are empty here with 2 men out. Two pitch is a fastball high, so it runs full. 3-2.
Hey, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, that's right where you want to miss. Any lower, and he'll probably make you pay for it.
And we'll have the first base runner of the ball game here as that misses, and it's a 2-out walk.
And I'm sure the manager is just fine with that. I mean, it's better to battle a slugger like that to the end and end up walking him than serving on up where he can really hurt you.
Striding in, Justin Smoke. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. From the belt, the pitch. That one doesn't even sniff the zone, missing very high. Yelich, the runner at first with 2 gone. The 1-0 home. And he goes with the pitch here and drives it the other way to deep right. And he will get there to make the running play, and that will end the inning. Brewers strand 1. Now the Pirates will get their first opportunity. No score. Adrian Hauser will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Well, this guy's kind of unique. How about a 5-pitch repertoire that he has? That gives him a lot of options for both righties and lefties. And if he's on, he could be really tough to hit.
Digging in now, Kevin Newman. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
For the Pirates, the second baseman, Kevin Newman.
And now pitch on the way.
Ball 1, no strike.
And guys, we take a look at the Brewers entering play here tonight. They enter this one off a loss after winning 5 of 7 prior to that.
Yeah, Matt, things haven't gone too well so far in this series, D-Row. They're looking to avoid the sweep here in this one.
Yeah, they got to get off in the early innings. It's going to be monumental if they can push a few runs across and give this pitcher a chance to relax.
Newman is really a well-balanced hitter. That doesn't seem to matter whether he's facing a right-hander or a lefty. He makes a lot of loud contact either way, which is quite rare in today's game.
Yeah, you can tell this guy really pays attention, puts time in the cage, studies the video, seems to always have a game plan, and is not off balance too much.
That one's in there, 3-1.
Great job of doubling up with a fastball inside. A lot of times you'll see a pitcher go in there, but they won't go back in there a second time. This guy's not afraid to pitch inside.
The 3-1 pitch. Hit on the ground to third. And no chance on the throw, so a great effort, but that'll be scored a base hit.
Hey, that's a heck of an effort by the shortstop right there to leave his feet and try and make that throw to first base. Got to be frustrated a little bit as a pitcher. You executed your spot.
Well, I tell you what, as soon as you throw one like that, D-Roy, you see your shortstop get a glove on it. You're thinking, okay, maybe he has a shot to get him, but that's a long throw after that jump throw, and a solid infield base hit, but very frustrating as a pitcher.
He's got that average up over 340 now. 27 homers and 87 runs batted in. Now a 58-foot curveball that misses for a ball. Line drive to left. Oh, and he can't come up with it.
Hey, 2 runners on after back-to-back singles right there. They are in prime position to put the first run on the board right here.
So here's Adam Frazier, currently 9th in the NL in hitting, entering play.
This season really shouldn't come as a surprise to many. We all know what kind of skill this guy produces when he has a bat in his hands.
He's set. Here it comes.
That's out.
One and 0 pitch on the way.
2-0.
Has to be a challenge pitch coming up here. He probably doesn't want to flirt with loading the bases.
First and second here with nobody out. Now a throw over, and he'll get dirty, but he's back in safely. Two and 0 count, and the pitch.
Ball in.
Not a good spot to be in right now. A pitcher's falling behind in the count with a guy up that hits really well with runners in scoring position.
Up in the strike zone, but the take sign was on 3-1.
3-1 with 2 on, and this is where you got to be geared up for something to drive. I don't think you can just groove him one right here. You still have to try to make a competitive pitch.
From the stretch. And I don't think that's what he wanted to do, as the bases are loaded now with still nobody out.
He's definitely stumbled out of the starting blocks here in the first, giving up a couple of base knocks on that walk. First innings are often some of the toughest for a starting pitcher.
Coming to the plate now, Ke'Bryan Hayes, and he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. Here comes the first pitch.
Pitcher on the mound has to find a way to minimize damage right here. Got to believe he's willing to trade 2 outs for a run.
A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
Man, I know exactly what this guy's feeling at the plate. Here we go again. Every time you're struggling, you look up, and it says 0-2.
Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. And a check swing. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. It's ball one. Needs a punch out here. Can he get it? High fly ball out to straightaway center. Kane is under it. He's there to make the catch, and here comes the runner from third as this should get him on the board. And this will not be in time as he's into third base safely.
Man, this is a spot where you really want to get greedy as a hitter. Bases loaded, nobody out. You're hoping for that big swing of the bat. What does he get? A sacrifice fly, and only one run scores. I'm sure he wanted more, but he's not going to complain about the RBI.
Digging in, Josh Bell. And as we give you a look at his splits, he's had the better of right-handers this season, no doubt about that. Throw over to first, and he has to dive, but he's back in easily. First pitch of the at-bat.
This is exactly the situation you drew up from an offensive standpoint. Good pitcher on the mound, but you got a chance to bury him early in this one.
Runners are at the corners with one man out. Fouled away. And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball.
Love the high heater right there to raise the hitter's sights. Let's see if he buries something in the dirt right here.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
All right, no more hoping he's going to chase. It's 2-2 now. You've got to come up with the best pitch right here because this is definitely a strikeout situation.
And it's up to a 3-2 full count now.
Wow, this is a pretty good at-bat right here. From down in the count 0-2 to work the count back to 3-2. And he's seen a lot of pitches, too.
Runners off for second. And he misses with it. Ball 4. So that'll load the bases. And now he's really going to need to get a ground ball.
Some guys take a little time to find the zone, but with the second walk of the first inning, it might be a little more than just settling in here. Not sure how long of a leash they'll give him, but they're not going to let him walk the world out there.
Here's Gregory Polanco. He's got the bases loaded now and a chance to really do some damage.
And he's one of those guys that they really rely on to come through in spots like this, Matt. Second on the team and runs batted in.
Here's the first pitch to him.
I think this inning could have far-reaching effects in this game. They're really making him work, and unless he dials it in, it's probably going to limit how deep he goes into this game.
Ready with the 0-1 pitch. And he takes something off there and had him way out in front for strike 2. Bases are loaded here, one man out. Check swing and a quick appeal down to third, but Darryl Parker says he did not go around. It's ball 1. The 1-2. This is on the ground for Arcia, maybe 2 here. Holt for 1. On to Smoke, but it's too late as they'll get just the 1.
Well, they really didn't have a shot at turning 2 on the high chopper. They only get 1, and that allows the runner from third to score.
Now at the plate, Kevin Kramer, and he really thrives in the batter's box here at home. Something to keep an eye on in this one. Hoping to limit the damage, here's the pitch.
I think that.
In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0.
Well, I think he's got to find a way out of this jam and limit the damage. If he's unable to do that, this game could get away from him.
And a fastball here that's taken for ball 2.
Yeah, it looks like to me. He hasn't quite found that release point so far here in the first inning.
Now the 2-0 home.
Hey! 2 balls, 1 strike.
Runners at the corners, 2 men out. Well, he just threw that fastball by him.
This pitcher's bringing it with some high velo. You better get that front foot down early and get ready, or he's going to throw it right by you.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Kane on the move. He can't get there, so the inning will continue.
You always want to spot your pitcher a run or two early on, so he has a little bit of wiggle room, but that double, they're at 3-0 and absolutely cruising. If this guy on the mound doesn't find a way to get some outs, he's going to be heading to the showers before some of the fans are even in their seats.
That'll bring up Tony Walters as the first pitch to him is taken low and away for ball 1.
Even though we're still in the early going, I think this game's at a tipping point right now. They've got a chance to put this game out of reach, but if they can't score any more here, the other guys feel like the door's still open.
Count even now at 1-1. One and one, the pitch. And there's a fastball well off the plate inside.
To me, it looks like he just doesn't trust himself out there on the mound. It's like he's fighting his body on every pitch, and as a result, we're seeing a lot of balls from him early on in this game.
Ready with the 2-1. Fastball, and looks like they're pinching him a bit here. It's 3-1.
He certainly has an open base down there, but you don't want your defenders standing flat-footed for much longer.
Swing and a misses. He was way early on that one. 3-2. 3 runs already home here. And he takes ball 4. So now at least they're set up for the force at any base here with 2 away.
That's a nice job to work that walk right there. Even if it doesn't lead to anything on the scoreboard this inning, it prevents the pitcher from having to lead off in the next one. Just one of those small things that might go unnoticed, but in the end, make a big difference.
Now to the plate, Brandon Waddell. And the Pirates trying to make this first inning even more productive here. From the stretch, here's the pitch.
So important getting ahead with the bases loaded. Already a difficult situation, so you don't want to make it any harder by falling behind in the count.
Pulled toward right center field. Kane is there now as he makes the catch, and they're able to avoid the huge inning here as the side is retired. So all in all, they're fortunate to give up just 3 in the inning as they wind up escaping the bases loaded jam. On now to the top half of inning number 2. It's the Pirates 3 and the Brewers nothing. Leading off the inning, Ryan Braun, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Popped up.
Brings it in, standing inside the coach's box for out number 1.
Take a look at the Pittsburgh Pirates defensive lineup. And let's take a look at Yasiel Puig, a lightning rod in our sport. But he can play some D. Covers a lot of territory out there, and do not come around third base and send this guy home. He has one of the best arms in the game.
Here's Jed Jerko now.
As it's on the ground toward the hole.
A dive, but he can't get a glove on it. It's through for a base hit.
Boy, so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a quality pitch on the inside half of the plate right there. Try to bust him in, D-Row, and he fights it off the other way.
Yeah, you tip your hat to the pitcher right there. He executed his pitch, but nice job by the offensive player fighting. It doesn't matter what it looks like. A knock's a knock.
Next to bat, Orlando Arcia. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. The 1-0. Hit on the ground to third. Fielded cleanly to second for 1. Relay to Bell, the double play, and that's how the inning ends. Around the horn they go. 5-4 to 3 to end the threat. The three of us return with more Wednesday Night Baseball after this. Stepping in, Kevin Newman.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
A ball and no strikes. Nearly got the inside, but ruled a ball.
It's one thing to get hit around, but it's far worse when you're getting yourself into trouble by not throwing strikes. Every pitcher's been there, but it doesn't make it any less frustrating or unacceptable.
The 3-0 pitch. Finds the zone, strike 1. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. Nearly a big fly to start the inning. Instead, a foul ball. Hit out towards second. Reined in. And that's the first out.
Now batting, right field.
So here's how the Brewers are positioned defensively. And guys, what I want you to focus on today is this is one of the new age teams in the game. that really rely on statistics and the numbers. And the numbers tell them that they're a better team defensively, moving guys around and shifting as much as they can.
And now is Yasiel Puig. Strike one to start the at-bat. Bases are empty, one man out. Tried to crush that ball and now perhaps needs to shorten up with 2 strikes. Line to short, but gobbled up there, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, center fielder, Adam.
And that'll bring in Adam Frazier. No official at-bat for him, but he has scored a run in this one. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And this one's down off the shoe tops, 1-0. 2 out, nobody on. A 2-0 count to the Bucs center fielder.
They obviously circled him before the game that they were not going to let him beat them. Walked him this first time up, and now they're nibbling again.
Called a strike on the outside corner, 2-1.
I tip my hat to the batter right there for taking that pitch. Most guys would have definitely been swinging in that situation. 2-0 fastball, but that was not in the zone he was looking for. Move on to the next pitch.
This one misses, and that'll fill the count here, 3-2 with 2 away. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. Hit on the ground to short. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Pirates, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. At the plate, Manny Pena. He's 2 for 7 in the series so far.
Catcher, number 9, Manny Pena.
Here it comes. Looked like that one tied him up a bit. A swing and a miss. Looking at his lifetime numbers, Pena brings a batting average just a little over the 250 mark. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands. Now here's the pitch. Oh, had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2.
Made him look silly with that one.
Ready to deliver the 1-2.
Nope, outside.
And the fastball misses high and away there. It's full, 3-2.
You can bet they'd love ball 4 here. That gives the pitcher on deck an obvious bunt situation to move the runner into scoring position.
Now the fastball is right by him as he swings and misses for the first out of the inning.
Man, I love watching a pitcher that just rears back and blows smoke by a guy at the letters. That's the ultimate challenge pitch, and for me personally, watching hitters swing and miss, man, that's a sight of beauty.
Stepping in now, Adrian Hauser. As he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball, 0-1. One out, nobody on. And he just ramps up and gears the fastball by him. 0-2. One and two to the Brewers pitcher. Fouled off. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him.
That swing tells me he was really trying to get a pitch out front and rip it down the line, but that wasn't a great pitch to do it on. It's really not the best two-strike approach either.
In now is Lorenzo Cain, as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball one. 0 for 1 here in the early going. A 1-1 count to the Brewers leadoff man. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And this is taken for a called strike, and he's not in love with that call either. It's 1-2 now. Pitch on the way. There's a fastball well off the plate for a ball. Here now the 2-2. And here's a ball hit in the air. On the move is Puig. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. Gone in order are the Brewers. They trail in this one 3-0. And welcome back to Pittsburgh as we check in on the field with Heidi.
Well, Matt, I talked with Pittsburgh's manager during the inning break about the Pirates' offensive production to this point. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. They've already worked out 3 walks, so he feels as though that kind of willingness to let the opposition work themselves into trouble will continue to result in good things for them on the scoreboard.
All right, Heidi, thank you. Bottom of the inning now, and standing in is the rookie third baseman, Ke'Bryan Hayes.
The third baseman, Ke'Bryan Hayes.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. When facing right-handed pitching so far this season, Hayes averages a hit once every 4 at-bats, an average at exactly 250. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. So far this season, Hayes is slugging a little under the 400 mark, so the chances of his connecting with the ball right here aren't particularly good. And this ball runs away for ball 2, 2-1.
I'd be real surprised if he goes back out away there on the mound. This is a count for a fastball challenge, and we'll see if he's ready for it in the box.
The 2-1 home. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. The 2-2.
count is full.
And a big cut at the breaking ball, but he comes up empty, and that's the first out.
I think that curveball is a big reason why he's able to turn things around in this start after a rough beginning. It's got some good bite to it. So that tells me he's doing a nice job of snapping it off out front. Really finishing that pitch like you're supposed to.
So that'll bring up Josh Bell. Batting left-handed here as he takes a look at strike one. Bases are empty, one man out. Swung on and missed. That's strike two.
Hey, boys, you talking about getting your ace swing off right here? That's what it looks like. A guy with massive power letting it eat.
Not a bad pitch there with two strikes, but it misses 1-2. And that misses 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Now here's the pitch. And he takes ball 3, so it's a full count now.
That was another good pitch and a tough call that could have gone either way. He couldn't get him to bite on it again, so the count's gone from 0-2 to 3-2.
Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. A bouncer to the left side. He's got it. Over to Smoke at first, and there are 2 away. So striding in, Gregory Polanco. 0 for 1 with a run batted in thus far. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch.
We're only in the 3rd inning, and his pitch count is above 60. That's not being too efficient with your pitches.
Loud contact there, but it's well foul. And he missed with it. It's 1-2.
Hey, the fish ain't biting there on that 0-2 breaking ball, but you got to be careful because this pitcher might throw him another one.
Oh, got him looking at the two-seamer, and that'll end it. Down in order go the Pirates, but they lead it 3-0.